So far within the Roadmap MBA, we have looked at your goals and ambitions. We've looked at skills you want to communicate. We've then drafted this through to then start to look at the business strategy to how can we help you be as competitive as possible. And likewise now in the marketing kind of modules, we've started to talk about what is marketing, what are we actually trying to achieve. And now over the next kind of few pages, we're really going to try and share some tips and skills to really help take your ability to communicate to that next level. So whenever we sell a product, we know all of the functional benefits that people talk about. This is commonly what companies promote. And one of the big things, which is a real kind of key learning of this course, is that the better you can communicate, we use something called the emotional value pyramid. And this is a way to describe a way to communicate at a higher level, a way to communicate about your client's real vision, values, and mission. And what we're looking to do is develop a way for you to develop better relationships with your clients, better sales leads, and really build a better emotional connection with your audience. So one of the ways to do that is having a conscious awareness of something called the emotional value pyramid. And what we do here, it's a visual to really help you understand the different levels at which people can communicate, to really make sure that within your promotion and activity, you hit multiple levels. So if we draw this out, we have 1, 2, 3. So if we draw out the pyramid, we have multiple different levels. The first one is... So at the lowest level of the emotional value pyramid, this is the functional level of everything that your product does. It is its basic function, and this is actually, truth be told, how most companies communicate. The next step up from functional is emotional. This is when people start to build a better emotional connection with your brand. It could be that they love how you're designed, such as like an Apple or a Tesla, Mont Blanc. It's when something has so much more appeal than its basic functional value. It could be that you're more fun. It could be that you provide wellness benefits and therefore help people feel better about themselves. And you can see the distinct difference between how operating at that level in terms of your brand and your positioning does help, if you communicate it in the right way, to build an emotional connection at this level. Certainly much more than the functional level in the Mont Blanc pen example that it helps you write. Next, we go from emotional up to life-changing. This is at the point where basically you are looking to build a community, people feel like they belong, and likewise anything that you can do that really helps motivate people and really helps them drive and become their best version of themselves. And then at the very highest level of the pyramid, so the very highest level of the pyramid is actually something called social impact. This is where your product or service helps someone else make a real, genuine difference to the world. So in terms of your company promotion, most people will communicate at a functional level. If you are a copywriter, you will tell people that you do copywriting. But actually, as you go through, where you really kind of want to up your game is to help demonstrate how you can communicate on an emotional level and actually help your clients achieve that next level. Ideally, in the way that you can help it be life-changing or help them achieve global impact. Using the copywriting example, this could be helping the client both achieve their business aims and goals through your services, but then likewise, what would that enable them to do? Could that enable them to do more work in the community? Could it help them make the impact and legacy thereafter? And really understand that when you communicate your product or service, you still want to do this, but you also want to communicate as high up the pyramid as you can. A great way and a great example of this is, say, Nike, the global sports brand, that yes, they make plastic shoes, they make trainers, they make cheap t-shirts, but that is the functional level of what they do. How they actually communicate is all to do with motivation, helping you become the best version of yourself. helping affiliation with sports teams and sports stars, and almost feeling part of the community when they have their apps and events and lots of different things. The way that they built the brand adds so much more value than the functional level of the product. So hopefully that makes sense. This is a key kind of thing for you to consider about how you promote your product or service. If you've got any questions, please feel free to send them in.